talk about the men's 800. The men's 800. We thought it would be unpredictable and wild, and it was exactly that with Emmanuel Korir getting the gold. Emmanuel Korir, gold medalist. It was tactical. It was tactical. I think the 800 on the men's side and the 1500 have just switched places. Instead of tactical 15s, we get really fast 15s, and now instead of really fast 8s, we get tactical ones. They got in 53. Korir up there near the front, played his hand perfectly, comes up with a gold. Rotich was cutting this way, cutting that way on the last 50, last 100 basically, gets up for silver. So Kenya goes 1-2, 145.23. Dobek of Poland, former hurdler, runs 145.39. Peter Boll, who did a lot of early leading, is in fourth. Nigel Amos, who had the fastest time in the world this year and got in via protest, was eighth in 146.41. And Clayton Murphy finishes ninth in 146.53. I think when the move, he was far back the entire way. And when that move got made, he had to go around a lot of bodies and was really never in that medal contention.
First of all, I've been a huge Emmanuel Korir fan since his freshman days at UTEP. Went out and filmed the workout with him and his training partner, Michael Cerrone. Paul Ehring is his coach, who is a great 800-meter runner himself. And I was always on the Korir as the next David Rudisha train early on. I was like trying to project his, like, compare and contrast the times he ran at certain ages and years of being relevant. But then Korir kind of was dealing with some injuries, and that whole dream of him being the next great 800-meter runner in the world kind of went away. I kind of started leaning into that Donovan Brazier could be that guy, the one who can lead the charge for like a good 4 to 6 year gap. But Korir winning this, I was shocked. If you told me Korir wins the Olympic gold 4 years ago, I would be like, yeah, that's 100% happening, because I was so all in on the Korir.
You got off the bandwagon at the wrong time.
I got off it. I got off the wrong time. But if you tell me he wins 800, but if you tell me he would win it yesterday, I would be like, okay, yeah, maybe. But if you tell me he was going to win it after the first lap of this race, I would be like, no, that's not happening. He's not going to win a slow 800. He's not going to win an 800 that goes out in 53. That is for someone like a Clayton Murphy or another good kicker like Tuca, someone like that. Just gonna be a lot more random. The Amos and Korir are not going to do well. The 142 guys aren't going to do well in an opening 53-second lap. And Amos was one of them, so that worked out. But for some reason, Korir was able to keep his position, and maybe his 400-meter speed worked out for him. In that final 100, he looked like a 400-meter runner, just going to the arms and bobbing his head, and it was able to work out. I think the reason why Korir won is because he had the best position. 53-second opening, everyone can close equally. It's just who has the position at the right moment, and Korir was that guy.
Yeah, he was.
Tweeted Korir's first Olympic men's 800 champ that ran in the NCAA since 1988. A very un-Murphy race, the very wrong. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, first Olympic men's 800 champ from the NCAA.
Yeah, which you thought there might be more of them, just because you think the rounds and the tactics would help. But it was. I think you're right. The positioning was so important in a race like that. You want to be in the right spot when the music stops playing, and you can, race to the finish line. And that's exactly where he was, and he took advantage. But we knew going in this was going to be an unpredictable 800. In fact, I think this is actually more predictable than I thought, because guy who had the second fastest time. He was second to Monaco, and then we had seen Rotich was tearing up throughout the rounds. Rotich had won medals before. He makes all the finals. Like, him being in the medals isn't surprising, and Dobek was a known commodity. Excuse me. So this wasn't as shocking as I thought it could be. I thought we could get someone really, really random. Of course, if you told me last year, 2 years ago, when he didn't even make the final in Doha, that he's going to be there, I'd be a bit surprised. But I probably would have assumed at that point that Brazier was the gold medalist. Yeah, tactical race, tactical 800. We didn't see it in the women's 800. We haven't seen any real tactics in any of these 1500 heats, but there it was in the 800.
Yeah, now it's now 4 straight Olympic titles in the men's 800. Something that we
And Paul
thought
Ellering,
that streak would end.
his coach
Yeah, Paul
has
Ellering
a goal too.
was
Yeah.
in, was an 80. What was Ellering? He was an 88. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's it makes sense that Korir wins it, but it also doesn't make sense that he wins it because just the way these 800s go, you're just like, it's never going to go too much to form. You expect chaos. I expected chaos. Clayton Murphy was 10-1 odds, so I put $100 on Clayton Murphy to win to get $1,000, but it didn't work out. I was thinking maybe I should tweet at him, "Hey, I got 10-1 odds on you. If you win,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give the $1,000 to one of your charities." But then I didn't do that because I was a little greedy. I was like, I just want $1,000 to myself, and look what it got me. It got me $0. So
Yeah.
that's the lesson you learn, boys and girls. When you gamble, make sure you're gambling for charity, not for yourself.
I'm sure that's what the difference was there. Okay.